So I've been putting this off and putting this off and putting this off, and I've decided get it done, which is to show the gimmicks on SkyX's Mazinkaiser. And the reason I didn't get into it earlier is because I had some real difficulties with the gimmicks, and there aren't a lot of gimmicks to begin with. So let's start with this is I already showed, which is that we've got a ton of pieces that are removable. They're held by magnets, and they work really well. I think the magnets, they're strong enough to hold, but they are, I mean, they hold, but they're not falling off, so they're not too strong. I think I could go with them being a little bit stronger, but it's okay. So the first gimmick we have here, it looks like a sword going into the shoulder. I couldn't get this piece out. If this piece up here comes out, I couldn't get it out. So I don't know. It's just, there's like nothing to grab onto. So I didn't do anything with that one. You could see right now I have the sword through the chest with the effect. It shows here his jet scrander docked in his head, and that works fine. Then we have the abdominal missile. So now I don't. It doesn't want to come off. Okay, so the abdominal missile goes right in there, and basically it goes in there. Okay, so this inserts in there, and then this. See, this is a problem, and this is why I don't have this set up, is because this little piece here came out. And I ended up, and so this piece got stuck inside there, and I ended up having to use pliers to pull it out, which is something I hate doing. Now this, it does not appear to be, I don't think it's broken, because it looks like it slides in, but it's not really staying in, and I'm going to have to look into it more, but again, I don't think I broke it. It just comes apart. Disappointing again. So then, okay, so it shows here his swords. He's got 2 swords. These all pull up, so we can take a look. And this is the pommel of one of the swords, and then it's used to stick into his chest. These come out, and that's the way he can grab it, is you slide the hand, or the pommel into his hand, and then he can hold the swords. Okay, if you want to pose him with swords. So in order to put the sword in there, I had to remove this piece here. Okay, which inserts into there. That one was fairly easy. I didn't have any issues with that one. Then we have, it shows in here in the back where you can insert the batteries, and so that wasn't that difficult. So he bends over fairly nicely. I like the engineering there. And then this lifts up, and you can remove this piece, and then this piece comes out, and then you can insert batteries. And I just didn't feel like, all these different figures require different batteries. In this case, it's LR41. I probably have LR41s sitting around somewhere, but I just didn't feel like going out and finding them, because I'm sure they're in a box. They're in a box for a different figure. Some figure I always keep my batteries with the figure that I bought them for, and maybe I shouldn't. That's probably a bad idea. I probably should just keep them separate. But I always do that just in case, if I ever do decide to insert the or use the light up features, then they're with. So this one here, it's the punch. And so his arm is removable. And then you have the effect here. And I could get it in there. I couldn't get it into there. I just said to hell with it. I wasn't going to display it like that. I wasn't going to force it. It's disappointing when you spend this much money for a figure, and this happens all the time, where I have a figure, I spent a bunch of money, and I can't get the gimmicks to work because I'm not willing to use the amount of force that apparently it needs to use it. So the sword through the chest worked out well. I have no issue with that. Now, the other one is, so on the back here it shows this piece lifting up and then swinging out, and then you can attach the wings. So this piece would attach in there in the back, and then the wings, which I'm not even going to show because the box is huge, they will attach on the back. And guess what? I could not get this open, and I am not willing to use a tool, and I don't think that a thumbnail or a nail is enough. Oh, I think, do I have, I mean, I have some nails, but I cannot get the darn thing open. I have tried and tried and tried, and I can't get it open. And so I'm not going to display him with the wings. I never intended to, because that would increase the amount of space that he would need significantly, because the wings would be enormous. So I'm not using that one. So of the gimmicks, the sword through the chest worked well, and that's about it. I mean, I'm sure I could put the swords and have the swords in his hands, but and all the magnets work. They work fantastic. They work great. But I couldn't get any of the other gimmicks to work. I did not feel like using enough. I mean, I guess for the arm thing, I could have just jammed it in there. But I don't know why. I don't know why these figure makers, they have such exquisite engineering. These things, by the way, pop off. I learned that when I was kind of maneuvering it, and it just popped off. I would say this figure, the Get a Robo is my figure of the year from SkyX. This is a fine figure, but I don't think it's anywhere close to what the Get a Robo is. And this figure actually came before it, so maybe they have refined their engineering. The black Get a Robo is coming out any day now, and so hopefully I'll have better results with that one. But I have been putting this off, but I finally getting it behind me, and then I can pack all this stuff and put this guy on display. So that is the gimmicks for Mazinkaiser by SkyX Studios.